was the default one. So in this case, I'm going to go with traced SVG. Don't worry, we will cover the other ones later as well. Then I'm going to set up a layout. Just keep in mind that constraint is already default. So I'll just showcase how that works. We're going to go with constraint, but as far as our logic, well, nothing is going to change. It's still constraint, so it doesn't really matter. And then eventually I just want to showcase how we can add a class name, and I'm just going to go with example img. And if you remember, this class will be added to our container. And you know what? Why don't we try one more? Remember the as prop? Let's keep on scrolling. That was the options one. And here we had as. So why don't we try this one? Why don't we say as, and I'm going to set it up as a section. So we're going to go here with a section. So I have an article. Inside of the article, I have heading 4, and then I have my static image. And as far as the styling, well, I'm just going to add some border so you can clearly see how the constrained one works. So I'm going to go with width. Now this is for the whole wrapper, and we'll set it up as 70% of the screen width. And we'll add some margins here, 0 auto, so it's always going to be in the center. And then we're going to go with article. Basically, I want to style the article, and for some reason, it's just a tag. That's not what I wanted. So I'm going to go with article, and then I just want to add the border, and then you'll clearly see how the constraint and full width option work. And we're going to go with 2 pixels solid, and let's go with the red, because why not? And then, of course, I also want to add a little bit of styling to this class, because remember, we add this class to the container. So why don't we use it? And in this case, I'm just going to add some border radius to my image. So let's go with example and then -img. And we're going to go with border radius. And let's go with 1 rem. Now, I think it's going to be easier if we take a look at on a big screen. So let's navigate there, localhost 8000. We can refresh. Now, eventually, I will open up the DevTools, but I just want to showcase how it's going to look like on a small screen. So on a small screen, notice how the image is spanning exactly the size of the container. And let me see my zoom level. Yeah, it is 175. But then the moment container gets bigger than the max size of the constraint image, so effectively, once the container is bigger than the image, then of course, we just use the width of the image. So that is going to be the difference between the constraint one and full width. Full width is always going to be full width, regardless. Now, the constraint one,